mga pamangking! Kumusta na po tayo? Ang dami nang lumipas ng mga events. 2 major events po na Infinity ang lumipas. Kaya po, loop na tayo sa Infinity format. So we're infinite looped in a sense. Kaya yan ang mag-uusapan natin ngayong gabi. Kung how the Infinity meta in those two major tournaments have shaped up and is looking like something that might carry over in the next few months as we prepare for DLC Manila.
Infinity events.
Yeah,
yes,
which
we
is
had
the Acme
we had
and
Pix.
Pix.
So, pretty big tournaments, a lot of malaki yung turnout. So, medyo importante nga yung data.
Given na Infinity siya and we were really concerned and worried about the attendance, no? So to give a little bit of perspective, syempre the events that would carry the most people will definitely be core, because a lot of our newer players would probably have core decks prepared rather than Infinity decks, no? Para lang magkaroon tayo ng comparison sa ating mga neighbors, no? They also had Acme events in their respective places, no?
Their regions,
So,
yes.
yeah, sa region. So sa Singapore was attended by 30 people,
Okay.
no? While sa Hong Kong was attended by 50 people.
Oh, that's a lot.
So parang given na hindi tayo malayo sa 50,
Yeah.
no?
We're actually almost at par with them. So
we're almost at par, and given that itong Acme natin at 47, may mga tao pa na hindi pumunta.
Yeah.
Talaga.
Na wala pa. No, there were a few
Sama ako
people
dun.
that sama ka doon. Nakabawas ka sa sa numero, no? Yung reason being for some of it is hindi umabot yung pyesa.
Saka yung schedule din.
Sa akin scheduling conflict. Sorry, so, I'm a busy man.
So Team Anglerfish pa lang, that's 3 people already. So kung ilagay mo na yung tatlong yun, then we would have been at par.
Yeah, with
plus
50.
you.
Yeah,
51.
51.
So taas sana
plus
tayo.
P.
So plus you. So kasalanan niyo pala. Kasalanan niyo kung bakit hindi natin na-break, no? But 47 is still a lot.
Respectable. With regards to meta share, dahil nga hindi rin tayo nakapag-collect gaano ng data. Tsaka hindi naglabas yung yung tournament organizers. We just had a rough idea and we just had the top 8 meta share.
Yung top 8 kasi we were sure of.
At least we're very sure of what was in the top 8. So yeah, why don't we go to that next slide and look at at least what Acme top 8 kind of looked like. So over here we have, actually it's very diverse. As you can see, there are 2 Ruby Amethysts, which is understandable given that during that time it was shaping up to be the strongest in the meta. And then of course 1 Blue Steel,
that's you.
The green blue items, 1 Steel Song, 1 GP discard, and 1 yellow green fort. The fort decks are kind of good this meta as well. And the winner is Ruby Amethyst, piloted by our 3-time Acme champion, Juancho Morales. Congratulations, Juancho. And runner-up is Eldon with Blue Steel allies plus attacks. He just literally brought a core deck, he hurled his Thunderbolts and replaced them with, and then along came Zeus, and he got second. So yeah, that's not bad at all.
So ano bang pag-usapan natin dito?
Well, I guess it would be, one thing, because I'm the Blue Steel player here, I would like to highlight on why Blue Steel allies with the core Blue Steel allies plus attacks worked. It's because it does have the capability to answer the Ruby Amethyst's second turn Scrooge. It's likely the only deck that can answer it. Because second turn Scrooge, and it grows. It grows out of control. And then it gets bounced. And the RA player gets all the cards. But with Ruby Amethyst, because of the Shift Jasmine, they can attack that. Actually, also Steel Song also could do that.
I was
possibly.
about to say.
Steel Song could also do that. Blue Steel, at least all other configurations of Blue Steel in Infinity cannot. So that's why it was actually a very good call to do it. And I'm not even sure how many other Ruby Amethysts were there in the Swiss.
There were 6.
There were 6. Oh, so it was positioned well to answer early threats because of that Shift Jasmine line. And with attacks being much, much stronger, that 1 damage goes a long way than being much, much stronger than he hurled his Thunderbolts. It was a no-brainer. Actually, I was practicing with the same deck. If I had attended, I would probably have done the same thing. Sort of. I would have added the Robin Hood shift line to it. I would have forced the Robin Hood shift line into it. But it was kind of the same idea. Iyon yung gusto kong i-highlight dun sa tournament ngayon. Now, another...
Siyempre, another highlight. Kasi wala ka dun. So, focus na tayo sa Blue Steel.
Blue Steel. Because I'm a Blue Steel player. So, of course, when I heard that Eldon made it to the finals with this Blue Steel deck, I was like... hindi ako active sa chat nun kasi di ba sinabi pa ni Ryan somewhere BJ is cheering because it's Blue Steel in the finals. It's true. Hindi lang ako nag-respond dun sa chat because nga it was my brother's birthday. So I was indisposed but I saw the chats.
So one highlight trend that I would like to point out is that prior to Acme, we had some access issues.
Actually. Totoo yan.
So parang unlike our
our other
siblings, our siblings.
Actually, not just everyone else except us.
Except our siblings, we had a delay in the release of Wilds. So it so happened that it's also announced that there might have been some people that had early access to Wilds. I know of some.
Yeah, same.
Got it early because of parang prior ordering somewhere else. So meron silang pyesa, but yun nga, hindi sila pwede maglaro kasi dineclare na set 11 yung meta. So a lot of the people were also kind of changing their strategies and playing with a meta that was a little bit different from what we played last weekend. So malaking factor yan on what decks people were bringing and maybe on the motivation of people to play. So yung gusto ko lang i-highlight is that we generally saw a rise in Ruby Amethyst because nung set 11 meta, siya talaga yung pinaka okay. Again, we talked about it in our previous videos that yung Scrooge na lumalaki, na palaki lang ng palaki and you bounce it, talagang sobrang laking card advantage. No? The Scrooge kind of also messes with the aggro decks kasi there's one very big body on the other side.
And it keeps growing and growing.
And kind of prevents you a little bit from questing. So, medyo hindi siya ganun ka okay. No? But overall, no, yung general approach to this one was a little bit different. No? Given that there were 2 RAs in the top 8 from a field of 47 and 6 of them were so parang technically more than 10% yung share nila, right? So yung conversion nila medyo maganda. And I think it was actually really the correct call to bring. Now, but looking at the distribution, it's kind of obvious that there is no one deck na nag-dominate. No? And I think it is also reflective of what yung international sa Infinity International was also shaping up to be. No? So Steel Song is always a good deck choice. Although ako personally, mahirap mag-Steel Song kasi masyado siyang it's a gambler's deck, no? So if it rolls So marami flavor, marami rin siyang mga roles na parang okay, if you do it well and nag-chain lahat ng mga wheel mo, then you just steamroll your opponent. Or meron mga times na pag mahuli yung wheel mo, it completely just die out. The others are mainly, yun nga, during this time, maybe na-dodge ng mga discard yung mga RA. Very possible kasi that was really not a good matchup kasi if you're really going to discard route, tas maraming hand yung kalaban, makes it a little bit difficult. No? One thing that was also a little bit prevalent is yun nga, you might have seen yung GP discard, PS discard. They had the Diablos and yung Ruby Am didn't have an answer to it during set 11. Kasi ang merong sagot is yung si Jebs.
Yeah,
si Jebs.
Jebediah.
Walang Jebediah nitong time na to, no? So walang sudden Jebediah to hit the Diablos na nag-shift, no? But looking at it again, dahil masyadong wide din yung pinalabasan. One thing that I would like to point out, and congrats to this person specifically, was that si Bong.
Si Bong.
Si Bong was very well positioned to really reach top 8. And kaya hindi ako nagtataka na nandyan siya. No? And yun nga, at least in the set 8 meta, yung Ruby Amethyst is not really that favored against green-blue items. Sunerte, hindi naman sunerte, pero swerte sa matchup.
Yeah, stars
swerte
aligned.
sa matchup, no? Pero pag tapat ka sa matchup, din okay. Kaya nga si Bong idol yan eh. And yun nga, parang dun yata natin first na confirm yung ating merch buff.
Yung merch buff. Si Philip tsaka si Bong.
Sila yung unang recipient ng ating merch buff, no? So si Bong nag-top 4.
Top 4. Yeah,
top
pati si Philip. Top 4.
Philip also got top 4. Si Paul, meron din siyang cap na hindi niya sinuot. So, hindi siya. Yun yung kapalit nun, no?
Sinisi pa talaga yung hindi pagsuot ng cap.
Hindi sinisi. Kasi di ba tayo, di ba, when we did our case break, sinuot natin yung cap. Sarang, uy! Magaling! No? Although nangyari yata sa akin is naubos na yung swerte ng cap. So I think I need a new cap for a reset in luck, no? For the meta of the Asia circuit, it's number 1, a little bit weird. The distribution was pretty much expected. Yun nga, parang at that time RA was expected to win and it did, no? And generally people brought decks na kung ano yung meron sila, and we can talk about it.
Pero may tanong lang din ako since I wasn't there, no? How was the timber of the players given that because of the product delay, actually a lot of us were actually feeling kind of down. So how was it? How was the enthusiasm in the room?
Wala, laro lang. And mainit eh. It was too hot to think about anything.
Nga pala, you were at sa taas na kayo. Sa cinema area.
Mainit. Again, energy crisis stops, but it happens.
To the next. Okay, let's move on to the picks Infinity Cup, the top 8 meta share. Of course, RA pa rin nanalo, but a different pilot this time, si Anton Alianan. So, congrats Anton. Then runner-up is Juancho with Dogs. And there are 2 Dogs players. There's 1 Ruby Amethyst, 1 Steel Song, 1 Kiwi, who is me, and 1 Blurple, 1 AS Agro, and 1 Green Purple Tempo. So, again, another very diverse top 8, which is good. At least it shows na there's no ruling deck in Infinity right now. It's just there's also still the luck of the matchups. Yeah, if you dodge your bad matchups, you're good. If you don't, you're dead. So it's very telling and it's quite good. At least everyone kind of has a chance. And mas ganado ng mga tao dito kasi set 12 na.
Yun. Nagkaroon na.
Talaga,
We get
people
to
were
play.
excited to play with the set 12 cards because set 12 is now legal in this tournament. And it was so much fun. This is one of the most fun tournaments. Maybe because the venue was also kind of
malamig.
Malamig yung venue.
Although meron akong slight comment,
Okay.
no, which was the tables.
Yeah,
Ikaw,
okay.
Ikaw hindi mo naranasan
No,
yun
nakanasan
kasi
ko nakanasan ko.
table
No.
kasi yung first round lang
First round.
no. So yung sa first round, pag nandun ka sa other tables, no, which was
sa skinny
so
tables.
small, the skinny
Double
tables,
digit
no?
tables.
Parang, paano ka maglalaro nito? Sobrang liit, no?
We
yun nga
adapt.
lang, parang, it would have been horrible to play like ruby sapphire items
Items.
A whiteboard.
in the
Any
other
item
tables,
deck actually.
it would have been horrible. Saan mo lalagay yung mga cards mo? No?
Let's ask Rai. He played blue steel items. And he was there most of the time. Unfortunately, it was not his day.
So nangyayari talaga but anyway, yun nga parang yung distribution of the decks are of course very similar, and nagkaroon na rin ng konting shift in what people use, no? People who brought one deck in Acme brought another deck
one, yeah.
in Pix. So siya, kung meron man akong impression is that people have pocket decks.
Mhm.
No?
Lahat naman ata tayo. Wait, sorry. Hindi pala ako. Halos lahat naman ng player may pocket deck.
I mean, ayun nga, like the chance to play in the Wells Unknown na Infinity meta. So they got their hands on their upgrades. Gusto nilang i-try. Tapos ayun nga, like admittedly some were running with jank deck, but some were running with yung Infinity na combos na they want to see play out.
Okay.
So like shout out to Walter nga, he did the Pride Rock combo. So I don't imagine that being doing well like in the top. Kaso yun nga, if he wants to, tapos ayun nga, Infinity allows you to do that. And then yung additions nga ng Wilds Unknown, kaya lumalabas din yung ibang flavors of other deck colors.
Yung Blurple actually had a good resurgence because of the Merryweathers were a huge buff to Blurple, because they don't have to rely on Iago anymore. That became a kind of an Iago substitute na cannot be chosen or targeted anymore. So that's good. Sure, it lost the evasive, but I think it's still a good trade-off for a 4/5 ward. And I think I saw 2 Blurple players, 2 or 3 Blurple players, and one yun
si Flint yung isa.
Si Flint yung isa yun. It was Flint, yun, yung si Josh Mamboyo who made it to the top 8 with Blurple, and si Ian Valdomoro, who actually did well. I matched up with him with the first round and got to fortunately I beat him 2-1, and it was quite a close match, so it was good. But he eventually overtook me, and he was at the top table. Next thing I knew, he was at the top tables. He had 2 draws, I believe. And when he drew with Martin, who was using the Steel Song, Martin got the upper hand and he was knocked out. And I was fortunate enough to get 4-2 and sneak into the top 8. So and yun, I also got to play against a lot of these top 8 people, like si Green Purple Tempo na yan, si Eman. Eman's Green Purple Tempo was I won the first game because he was surprised. He was suddenly surprised that it was Kiwi, and then after he found out, he adjusted, beat me clean in the next 2 games, and after that I was hurting. And then of course after that, after a 3-0 run, and then suddenly go 3-1 because of Eman. Guess who I run into? Juancho with his dog's deck, with his weird dog's fort deck with a Diablo in it, and he 2-0'd me pretty quick, and that got me into 3-2 territory. So I was a win and in. And I matched up against Keith, who I also beat 2-1. Didn't really dominate, but yeah, and then I got to sneak into the top 8 using that. We also have to highlight the AS Aggro, which did very well. Nicole's AS Aggro did very well. I think she was for a good while she was top until the 5th round. It's the 6th round because Juancho decided to play. He didn't intentional draw in the 5th round. That's when he overtook Nicole, and Nicole got 2nd overall. So, and who else is missing? There's Josh. Unfortunately didn't get to see how he played. Who's the other Dogs player?
Si Noel.
Si Noel, yeah. Oh, Noel, of course. Noel and Martins. I've already mentioned him in the Steel Song, and of course the eventual winner. Sorry, not eventual winner. The winner. Who uses Ruby Amethyst, which is Anton Alianan. One of the better players here in the Philippines as well. So, yun. All in all, good tournament. Pero nga, I had to go. I just really wanted this win. After I got to the top 8, okay, I'm out. And I'm facing Juancho anyway. My matchup in the top 8 was Juancho. I'm like, yeah. Chances
dapat linaro mo pa rin for the XP.
For the XP. Hindi, pero kasi I also made a bad call in my deck construction, and I know that I couldn't beat Juancho because he uses Snowfort. Snowfort was my downfall in this entire tournament. I lost to Green Purple Tempo, which in all our games he had 2 Snowforts out. So that's annoying. And my Pluto couldn't do anything because he was too slow. I should have used either a Benja or the Donald along for the ride. And in my testing after the tournament, I replaced my Pluto with Donald. It was so much better. I could deal with the Snow Forts much better. So that was a bad call on my part, and I might as well rest. And again, I've already gotten what I wanted. I wasn't really aiming to win the tournament. So give me that pin and skedaddle out of there.
Grabe nga Snowfort.
Oo nga, daming Snowfort.
Daming Snowfort.
May nakikita ko, 3 on the field, 4 on the field. So like,
Si
sarado.
Ian, naka-4 on the field. Kawawa yung kalaban niya. 4 na Snowfort. Anong gagawin mo dun? Resist 4.
Plus 4.
Resist 4 plus 4. Oh
Kada
my
quest
God.
ni Mulan 5.
It's like, what the hell am I gonna do against that?
Well, yung performance ko was just okay. Maybe, parang didn't play that well. I played okay. May mga times lang talaga na yung kalaban, if they have it, they have it.
Yeah, they have it.
It happens. At the very least, I think I played a little bit better sa picks kesa yung sa Acne. Acne was really terrible both in draws and in matchups. So, nangyari. Yun talaga. No.
Stars not aligned.
So back to the drawing board na. But yun nga, I think at least on a personal level, parang it's harder now kasi unlike sa core na you can always fall back to old reliable. No, dito sa atin is a little bit different. Maybe we can discuss in the next slide. Para
Yung Infinity din naman usual suspects like Steel naman, Steel Song pa rin.
Well, locally yun kasi yun yun yung pag-usapan natin.
Actually, why don't we go on to the next slide since that's what we're gonna talk about anyway. And it is our impressions of the Infinity meta so far and how we think it would affect our road to DLC Manila this coming July. So yun, decks everywhere. Let's talk about decks. Mga malalaking decks.
well, isa lang naman yung very prevalent
ibang kulay
dito.
ng decks.
Sila lang yung pinaka-prevalent. Sobrang daming aggro.
Yeah, actually, it's a very, very aggro meta.
So, it kind of messed up a lot of, of maybe deck choices din. No? Yung mga decks that kind of tech for aggro
Mm-mm.
did really well. Or, kapag naka-aggro ka, pabilisan ng aggro,
Mhm.
yun yung naging, yun yung naging
Top deck.
labanan, no? Yung mga mid-range decks supposedly should have done well, pero parang ang weird, no, nung kinalabasan. And maybe it's just a reflection of what people have, kaya ganun yung kinalabasan nung meta natin.
Mhm.
No, maybe a deeper dive into the actual numbers would show kung ano yung distribution of aggro versus other kinds of decks. In a regular tourney, no, yung distribution would probably not be the same. So if we were to maybe compare like what people are using sa Fight Club, what people are posting sa Inkdex in terms
Mhm.
of like deck distribution, malayong hindi tayo ganun. So decks like yung green purple, most likely hindi yan makakapasok in a more well developed and more accessible meta.
Yeah. Okay.
Kasi parang like if you were to look at the statistics, no, there is one deck that is above and beyond everything else, which is dogs, no.
Mhm.
Ang ang
Sure na
ang
dogs.
discussion na nga ngayon is parang should we ban Trump? It's another thing to discuss, but compared kasi sa set 11 meta, I think the set 11 meta mas lamang yung port
Mhm.
aggro kaysa sa Dogs by a mile. But one thing that I feel was added that made everything a little bit more difficult is the addition of Dale, no?
Yeah.
May mga plays ka talaga na bigla na lang magkakagulo,
Y-
no? And I think yun din, parang there were a few people that made really good meta calls, no? So they observed na maraming taong naka-aggro nung Acme, then suddenly they brought decks that would counter the
Or
more aggro decks. Ganun yun.
either
Definitely
counter the
ganun yung
aggro or
nangyari.
out aggro them.
But it's more counter the aggros. Yun yung sure akong nangyari, at least for some of the ones that got into top 8, no? So
Mhm.
kasi yung UTS talaga,
Yeah.
ligpit talaga yung
Yeah.
no?
Scoop na.
So ganun yung most common thing that happened when people were playing. The meta is very weird and skewed towards certain decks because of the access of cards. So yung mga higher tiered decks which needed a little bit more expensive cards, hindi yun yung ginamit ng mga tao. Hindi ka gaanong nakakalaban ng ganon. In a
Mm.
regular meta, Blurple would not even crack top 8. Tsaka parang the conversion rate of RA is also not good. So maraming naglalaro pero wala nagka-crack ng top 8. Blurple seemed like an auto loss. So may mga
Mm.
pros na yung sinasabi nila na parang if I bring Blurple to a tourney, it's as if I'm 4-6 against everybody. Parang ganun yung ganun yung impression eh. No, it's not good for them. No, and the mere fact na merong Blurple na nakaangat sa atin
Yeah, it
is
makes us weird.
it makes us weird. No offense to
Yeah.
to Josh, no, and his performance, no. Pero parang yung mga deck na pumipigil sa Blurple was less prevalent here
Yeah.
than yung sa international meta. So, however it will turn out in the next few weeks or prior to DLC Manila, we will see kung mag-i-improve ba yung kasi we still have a lot of Infinity to play. No, actually akala ko parang okay, makakapagpahinga na tayo ng Infinity. Hindi pa pala.
No.
No, which we will be discussing in the next slide. No. Pero yun yung sa akin. Yung isa sa major is that there's so many aggro. There's a lot of
Yun
aggro.
nga eh. So, I'm thinking na like yes, it could be a factor nga yung access to mga high tier cards. Kaso yung gusto lang din talaga laruin ng mga tao. Kasi may penchant talaga na yung pagod din ng sabihin mo si 6 rounds ka tas lahat ng ano mo, lahat ng match-up mo mag-iisip ka ng todo. So like medyo masakit din sa ulo. So I guess yung ano din, yung choices din talaga ng mga tao. Yes, they might have access to cards that yung mga makapag-counter nga to mga meta. Kaso hindi yun yung gusto nilang laruin, 'di ba? Or hindi yun yung parang playstyle nila. Mas gusto
Well,
nila yung ano.
to confirm that, I intentionally played an aggro deck because I didn't want to think. I wanted
You-
a very simple and straightforward game plan so that I didn't need to think a lot, no?
May ganun nga ding factor na hindi ganun ka bloodthirsty yung iba.
Kasi ganito yun eh. Totoo naman kasi na nakakapagod eh. Let's say
Oo.
for example, and ito feeling ko, and correct me if I am wrong, no? Kasi ano naman eh, may pyesa naman kasi talaga tayo ng Amber Emerald discard,
yes, we
no?
do.
Oo. At ilalaglag na ba natin si Hans kasi? Si Hans kasi, ano, yun yung preferred deck niya.
Mm.
Preferred, no? And hindi naman namin sinasabi since again, marami naman kaming access to many decks. I'm just saying na he was building towards it. Correct? Di ba?
Mm.
Tama, di ba? Hans?
Building na building
Hindi
Mm.
for the
building.
longest time.
Hindi siya building. Ano, parang kung kailangan meron.
Mm.
No? Pero ang tanong kasi is, would you have played Amber Emerald discard for 6 rounds, Hans?
Ayun nga.
Mm.
Like, naalala ko yung ano, yung Amber Emerald nga meta back then na gamit ko even without the Diablos, 'di ba? Medyo ubos yung time, tapos masakit nga sa ulo, hindi ko kaya. So, understandably yung mga ano nga, yung mga complicated decks, medyo kailangan mo ng endurance for like a lot of round na tourneys. So, uh, baka nga hindi yun yung bet ng mga tao or it needs a different kind of training, 'di ba? Hindi lang
Stamina,
uh,
yeah.
hindi lang yung sa cards kaso yung yun nga like practice like mabilis na lang yung pag-iisip mo when it comes to combos and lines or whichever. Kaso ayun, I would like to think na factor nga din yun. For some, mas madali na kung ano na lang yung nasa kamay nila, yun na yun.
Mm. Ay, ano nga eh, yeah, going back to that stamina or ano no, stamina point. Na nung nag-uusap-usap kami doon, hindi ko na sasabihin ko sino makausap ko. Pero mga ano sila, mga first time nila maka-attend ng tournament na malaki. And they're like parang hindi nila ma-imagine yung 6 rounds. So parang tinanong nila parang sa DLC, mas madami pa pag ganito.
7 most likely.
Oh, di ba? Tapos may
On
day
day
2 pa.
one.
Tapos may day 2 pa.
But yun nga, parang if you don't reach a certain threshold, you
You
don't
don't
play
play
day
day 2.
2.
So yun nga, parang na ano nila, na parang medyo na-intimidate, na-overwhelm sila sa ano, dun sa concept of playing for more than 4 rounds. I don't know if that discouraged them or not. I hope it does not. But at least, yun nga, na-experience nila yung mga 6-rounders that will really test your mettle. Kaya I also played an aggro deck. It's either I win fast or I lose fast. So, ting! All of my matches, I didn't even like it took me half the time. I had a lot of time to go around and buy food, go to the bathroom, whatever. It's either I
Gawa
win
kasi
fast
ng
or I
ano,
lose fast.
nakakapagod kasi talaga. And maybe yun nga, yung deck selection, well, ako din yung deck selection ko was primarily because of number one, I just kulang ng pyesa.
Yeah.
That's one. Kulang ng pyesa. And then second is yun nga, I just wanted to like take a little chill pill
Mm-hmm.
compared to yung sa Acme kasi, again, I was using GP discard. Medyo may konting isip. So, hindi pa ako naka-recover noon kasi ano, alam niyo naman, work is work.
Yes.
No? And sometimes the Saturday to rest is not enough. Given our age, mga tito na talaga,
Yeah.
no? Naka-influence din siya ng
Exerted.
deck choice. Exerted.
kami.
Exerted. Kumbaga parang that's not ready on your next turn. Ganun yung nangyari. No? Para ka na they never come back. Ganun yung nangyari. So, pagod pa din. No? We're just saying yung observations namin. They could be true, they could be false, no? And we would love to hear your opinions.
Yeah, these are all
kung
subjective
ano
naman eh.
Oo, parang kung nag-agree ba kayo sa kung ano yung sinabi namin, maybe we could have a better discussion on it moving forward now.
The Philippines is shaping up to be a very aggro meta. And that could be a factor nga. Let's reiterate that factor na people would rather play something that's easier to play, doesn't take that much thinking, very straightforward game plans, and nothing too complicated. But of course, risk reward everything. The more you put into a deck, like the more thought you put into a deck, the more you play the lines, the more you explore what it's capable of course, the more rewarding it would be. So, yun. In terms of Infinity, because there is a much larger card pool, maybe some players are just taking it easy and not thinking too much about it. They'll just fall back on their old reliables or play something else. Or if they already have a reliable one that's a little bit more complicated, they'll try to shift to a less complicated deck that could just, let them play and have fun.
I would agree. So, ano lang rin to maybe put a dot into yung natin dito. No? Yung mga tao meron silang secret decks pa din kahit papano. No? Maybe lalabas sila on a smaller event, we don't know. Kung magde-develop pa ba yung meta natin moving forward, hindi pa natin masabi 100%. No? But people have been coming out. And yun nga, we've had new players come in. So,
and go into the top 8.
Salamat sa inyo na na naglalaro kayo. No?
Yes.
The more we are, the better it is moving forward. No? And we just continue to play as much as we can. At least on a personal level, no? I've heard people say na parang, ayoko na mag-Infinity, balik tayo ng core. Which is a legitimate concern, opinion. Na, pero parang sa akin, I still feel that I have some unresolved issues with Infinity. Yeah.
Unfinished
kasi,
business.
Isa ta unfinished business, pero parang there's still so much to solve. Unlike yung core na parang most likely yung top decks will be the same. No?
Yeah.
So yung lumalabas kasi, and I also would agree based on what happened in Fight Club, no? Blurple, Amethyst, Amber,
Yeah.
and then Dogs pa din yung
The
yun yung
suspects.
tatlong usual suspects. Purple still kind of okay, but maybe less favored na.
Ruby Amber?
The Ruby Amber toys are okay. Nagpe-place ka, but they definitely have a very hard time against yung Amethyst Amber. Pag binabaan yung toys ng Dale, it's pretty much GG. So, yun yung yun yung problema nun.
Dale talaga
deck
money
na yun.
card no? The money card.
So, I mean, like, we could talk about core given na marami uling bumabalik ng core. We still have set champs to worry about. But
Weeklies.
may mga weeklies pa. Pero yun, tuldukan na lang natin pag nandun na siya.
Yeah.
Also like to say na the teams came out. No? So
Yeah.
may nag-debut na
Team.
lineup.
Hello, High Market. Shout out.
Yung may mga gumaganon pa. Tapos meron yung mga
grabe ka?
Hindi, no? I mean like, nakakatawa nga kasi may
ikaw kasi ganun ka lang eh.
Ganun lang ako eh. No, sila parang mas may pa-aura.
Yeah,
diba?
may serious business.
Tsaka parang in retrospect, maganda yung ano nila, maganda yung jersey
Yeah,
nila. No?
I love their
Maganda.
jersey. I love the high
Maganda yung
market jersey.
nila. Pero pag sinabayan mo ng may Lorcan Tito Cup, much better.
Yeah.
No?
Merch ba?
Merch ba?
Kailangan ng merch
May
ba?
cap, may jacket,
May
may
jacket,
stickers.
May brief.
stickers,
May brief.
May brief. May brief. No?
Anyway,
Okay, sige.
yun.
So,
Next, let's
next
see.
natin is just to do a little bit of parang
Housekeeping.
housekeeping, no? So, again, yung sinabi natin na core is still around the corner. There will still be core. Stores have already been announcing yung Toy Story core events nila. So, ang rule lang naman dyan is you play a core deck and you should have set 12 cards. No? Hindi necessary na kailangan maglagay ka ng Toy Story cards. No? So,
wait, all set 12?
No. I mean like core deck with set 12 cards.
Okay.
So parang ano lang siya, yun yung one rule, and then top 4 gets movie tickets to the Toy Story
5.
Yeah, showing. There's supposedly a promo card as well, but to be determined pa. I
Kung
mean,
may,
like, even sa international hindi pa alam.
Sana
So,
meron.
we will see. There probably is, given that it came out sa Zootopia. So, most likely meron.
Na-delay nga yung sa Zootopia, but this is integrated talaga with
mukhang integrated na siya.
LGS.
It's a
We'll
good
be ready
move.
this time. Block screening. Let's go.
Pero para pa yung promo cards, lol. It seems like
Hindi yun nga, kasama na yung promo cards doon.
Hindi, but the promo cards I think are only available through playing in an LGS. Hindi yata siya katulad ng dati na kailangan mo na move. But again, I could be wrong. We still have to verify. So, moving on, we still have Infinity event. So ito yung sinasabi ko na parang okay, ang nakalagay kasi dito before was meron tayong Pix, meron tayong Acme. Now that they're both gone, parang yung laro ka na lang yata naiiwan. But apparently there are some Infinity events per LGS rin, no? And yung mechanics yan is that yung top placers will get yung Lorcana card parang card container.
That one. Yeah.
Yeah, it
card
was
holder,
a card holder, yes. It was included in the VIP package
sa
Melbourne.
DLC Melbourne,
Sa DLC Melbourne. So we're getting those for the top players. And it's an Infinity event.
Okay.
So per LGS will have it. So, pakibantayan na lang.
Bantay na lang. And we'll announce it naman along in the next few episodes once we get more information.
Parang, ang alam ko, ang nag-announce pa lang is may schedule na yung OHS, I think.
Okay.
Sa
late June.
End of, late June.
Okay.
So, at least meron ng isa. So, malamang nandun kami. So, technically, puno na naman yung ating weekends with Lorcana stuffs, no? So again, yung Lorcana Open, may poster tayo niyan, we will be sharing it, no? Again, if you want to play with the pros prior to DLC, that will be the venue. We still have, of course, DLC Beijing around the corner, and we also have DLC Manila still there, no? So a lot of people have already been prepping for it. Nag-aano na tayo, nakita na natin kung ano lumalabas ng meta. What it will be moving forward, we still do not know 100%.
Let's wait for Dortmund.
Pero parang it seems like yun nga, so far, based on the data that we have, medyo anomaly yung meta natin.
The Philippine meta is.
Yeah, so kaya maybe it's also partially why yun nga, even though at least ako, I know in my head that I did prepare, pero parang hindi lumabas yung mga pinag-preparan ko. Kasi nga iba nga yung meta. It's also my bad, no, for not really thinking about it ng mas maayos. Ikaw ba parang hindi ba ganun? Alam ko nag-prepare ka din eh.
Yeah, I prepared, pero parang because it's
wing it.
I've been playing with the Kiwi for the past how many months already. So I might as well play it. But I was also playing with the allies thinking of how I could incorporate it because Allies is just so much fun. But yun, Kiwi was also fun. I had a lot of fun when I played the tournament, the picks. Yun.
Ang next na lang kasi si Hans eh.
Oh.
Dapat kasi laro na din eh.
Pagdating,
Ikaw na lang
pagdating.
hinihintay namin eh.
Para makakomplete. Si James nga,
Para-
nakakalaro eh.
Oo, si Jace ka nakakalaro eh.
Yung si James nga pala yung aming OFW Lorcantito.
OFW Lorcantito.
Na bumibisita lang sa Lorcana pagka hindi siya busy sa Dominaria. Pag umuwi siya mula Dominaria, oy, Lorcantito
Ay,
James, welcome back. Yan.
Welcome back.
Kaya
Ako-
sulit yung mga yung mga events na tulad nga nung picks that meron ding magic, 'di ba?
No, kaya siya
And
nandun.
then-
Kaya siya nandun. Nakiano lang. Nandun na rin siya eh.
Might as well play.
So, in any case, yan naman tayo. I know
Mm.
this episode has been kind of weird dahil alam niyo naman kami, nagka-cram naman kami palagi, but I do hope that the feedback and the insights that we
Yeah.
gave you made you think about like how to prepare for the Infinity meta moving forward, both in your LGS and in preparation for DLC Manila. Kidokes.
Okie-dokie. Ayun,
So-
please, again, ito na naman po ang isang episode ng Lorcantito. Like, share, subscribe, and let us know how you feel about Infinity now that the major Infinity events are done. Are you going back to core, or are you going to stick it out with the future Infinity events that we have in our LGSs? Let us know in the comment section. And until then, we'll see you in the tournaments. Bye-bye!